थी तो दीदी
Okay. Okay. Hello and welcome to the live show. Obviously, today, Gujarat Giants taking on UP Warriors, and it's a huge game for both the teams. A must win game for either teams because a win
and
will
there's
keep.
so much loud music here. Just tell me you guys can't hear, right? Because apparently for
When.
Saraswati Puja is being celebrated in our block only. The kind of sound
Yes.
that's on from 7 a.m. in the morning, we can't hear each other at home. So that's why I'm asking. You guys can't hear it, right?
No, as of now, I think it's clear. Even I am in fear, kind of, because in our apartment there is a birthday party going on and so much
Oh
now
my
noise
God.
outside. And tomorrow is
Yeah.
Saraswati Puja, so I think double bonus for us. But yeah, but somehow I think as of now you can hear as of now. But as I started the show that it's a
Yeah.
huge game for both the teams, for GG and UP Warriors, because the win for either of the teams will keep them alive in the will strengthen their position in the playoff race. Otherwise, a loss here will definitely, make quite impossible for them to be alive in the playoff race. So, Trishadi, GG versus UP Warriors, the reverse fixture, UP Warriors lost that game by 10 runs. That was the first game for GG to kick off the season. But,
Yeah.
by now, GG have lost that momentum. First two wins and then back to back three losses, where in contrast, UP Warriors have somehow managed to revive themselves. Three losses and then two back-to-back wins. So how do you are seeing this game?
I'm seeing this game as UP's opportunity to actually almost put one foot on the playoffs door. And I'll
Mm.
explain why I'm saying this because, UP now has two wins, as
Mm.
much as Gujarat has, as much as Delhi has, and as much as Mumbai have. But in the next three games, we should ideally get our, the rest
Top
of the
three.
playoffs contenders.
Yes.
Obviously, one we have got in RCB,
Mhm.
the other two, because today, if say UP wins and GG loses, then
Mm.
UP goes to 6 points in in 6 games, whereas GG becomes 4 points in 6 games, if I'm not
Yes.
wrong.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. That is where I think the game starts becoming the number of games remaining. Same thing for Mumbai. I think Mumbai has a very good net run rate and all that, but look at the
Mm.
number of games left for them. It's just two. So maximum they can reach is 8 points. Right now, rest of the three teams can reach a maximum of 10 points. So
Mm.
yeah, I think extremely important game. And
Yes,
this is where
absolutely.
you want to have the advantage because you have Meg Lanning as the captain. And I do think that
Mm.
that will be the advantage that on one side is Meg Lanning, whereas on the other side is a very, very underconfident Ash Gardner, who's more than underconfident. I feel Ash Gardner is so clueless about her own team
Mm.
players that, it almost seems like it's difficult for Ash Gardner to be the captain of the GG franchise.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Tushadi, we have talked several times about Meg Lanning's
Mm.
captaincy so far. We talked that in the last two games she looked in a better position as a captain when it comes to
Yeah.
using her resources more than what she did in the first three games. Even today, also Meg. I talked with Saba Karim sir in a virtual media interaction, and there I also asked him about that thing, that what it is your view about Meg Lanning so far. I think he also said the same thing, that for any foreign captain to kick off a new season with a new team, you have to give some time. And he also mentioned that maybe after three games she had started to understand the players
Where
roles,
is this
and now she has
interaction? Why
moved.
did we see that?
No, it was not like in video. It was just in. I just had to send a question. I just wrote a piece about that today. I just wrote a piece on that. Yeah.
Where is
So
this?
so
Why have I not seen all this?
yeah, I think you have missed somehow, but yeah, I have already
Okay,
written that.
anyway. Mm.
Yeah, but Trishani, do you agree what Sabas has said, that Meg Lanning has looked better in last two games, and she has finally started to understand the role of her player like Sophia Kirsten, Deepti Sharma, and Kranti Gaur.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, look, we have been discussing this that you have to give Meg Lanning some time to understand the squad. So I think Meg Lanning took a little time to understand who can fit which role. And the bigger problem, I would say, is the fact that problem in the sense it was a bit of a confusion in the beginning because both your captain and coach are settling in. It's not like
Yeah.
just the coach captain is settling in, coach is from 2 years
Mm.
old. So both the captain and the coach is settling in. The other part is, again, apart from say a Deepti, you would see the team is also entirely new. So for the team also
Mm.
to gel, everything took a little time. But I think the first win against MI would have
Bye.
actually shown how much Meg Lanning was starting to gain control. And then the second game, you could see that why is she a champion? The matchup's gone, um, and that is where I'm saying the difference is. You could say that, for example, I clearly remember somebody had a matchup with somebody, and I was like, okay, X has come, maybe so and so will come to bowl. I think Phoebe Litchfield, Sophia Kilston. No, Phoebe
Yes.
Litchfield and Sophia Kilston are in the same team. Why would they be matchups? I don't
No, no.
know, but somebody with somebody.
Mhm.
Harman and is it Harman and Sophia Kilston who had a matchup or something of that sort? Anyway, there
No,
was
I
somebody who had a
yeah.
matchup, but
Mhm.
she went back to the bowler who was doing well, and she did not. And the other thing which I liked was Kranti somehow is not able to control the line and length in the second half. So she said, "I will use my bowler. I will just completely run through her overs," which was an advantage for UP. So overall, I love the way she used Shikha also in the end, and especially the
Yes,
fields she had placed for Shikha. And the third and the most important thing I would say is Meg Lanning is pumped up. So she
absolutely.
really wants to win this one and make a statement. It would be an irony if it's UP versus DC and UP wins.
Yes, absolutely. And that is why maybe, these things are going correct now for Meg Lanning, and that is why maybe the batter Meg Lanning is looking so good. She has regained her, her form with the bat.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, and I think the example that you wanted to give to Shadi, I think the same thing was not happening when they faced RCB, because Smriti Mandana's Dipti Sharma had that matchup, but she didn't
Yeah.
use Dipti Sharma while Smriti was batting.
Exactly. Because
Mm.
I think Meg Lanning, even in Australia, I mean, that's
Mm.
why Ash Gardner's sentence was so shocking for me. I do know that numbers are important. All of us know that nowadays numbers are important, and you and I especially, because we are doing entire days, searching for patterns and finding out patterns. By the way, I found a very interesting pattern. I will say later, but yeah,
Okay.
as I said, I think what I like about captains like Meg Lanning is just take gutsy calls. Go with on the day what's happening on the field. Because numbers at the end of the day, Snehashish, is calculated in the dressing room. It does tell you a story, but it does not give you an entire picture, and it does not guarantee you anything. So just blindly following numbers is the problem. Yeah, you
Yes.
go for a matchup. I don't have an issue. Ashley Gardner bowling against Smriti Mandana was not my problem, but the fact that she just bowled one over and then took her away, and
Mm.
then came in and bowled another over just so that Smriti does not get used to the off spin and takes advantage of it. It's something that only Ash Gardner would do, not a Meg Lanning would.
Mm. Absolutely. Tushari, in the last game, Happy Kumari made her debut, although she bowled only one over. But that they were questioning why not Tita Sadhu. And unfortunately, we got the news today earlier that another unfortunate injury that ruled her out of the remainder of the season, and Jintamani Kalita has been named as her replacement. But disappointing, Tushari, another huge WPL season it was for Titas, but yeah, injury again.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I wrote to you as well. It
Mhm.
seems like Titash's injuries are like the amount of time she's injured has been more than her career, and it's so
Mhm.
unfortunate because she has such promise. She was such a good uh, future pace bowler, somebody who had genuine pace, had the shape, could bowl well, is now reduced to someone who's continuously getting injured. And think of Titash. I mean, think from Titash's point of view. You and I are feeling so bad. and
Mm.
the girl trying to make a comeback, getting injured, again trying to make a comeback. It's not easy on the mental health as well. So not only physically, I hope mentally also she's strong enough to cope up with this, because life right now will seem very, very unfair to both Titash and a little bit to Pooja. Thankfully, Pooja is back. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, the announcement of RCB was, a lit one. I think the way they announced, okay, Pooja is here. There is no chance of that she is not playing. So it is good to see that Pooja is back in action. Let's see if she plays or not. But here is the update: UP Warriors have won the toss, and obviously they have opted to bowl first. But a good toss to win. A good toss to
yeah,
win.
absolutely. I think the
Mm.
almost in these kinds of pitches, winning tosses, especially in Vadodara, I think winning toss matters a lot, because initially the pitch is much slower in the first half than in the second half, and that is where I think it's extra important that you have won the toss, and you have that. I think defending a total in Vadodara becomes a bit of a problem, because second half there's a lot of dew. First half initial stages the ball just stops and comes. So yeah, and Vadodara has showed. Unfortunately, it's not DY Patil kind of surface. So no more
Mm.
190s and 200s. Here you will see, batters like Gautami Nayak doing
Yeah.
well, more than someone like a Richa Ghosh doing well. I'm not saying Richa will not do well, but
Mm.
Richa alone carrying an innings probably won't happen. These kinds of pitches, Jemmy will do well, Phoebe will do well, Meg Lanning will do well. So yeah, it is a little on the tougher side,
Mm. What about
and that
Beth
is why
Mooney?
I'm hoping that
Do
Beth
you
Mooney
think?
scores today.
Oh yes, that was only my next question. That what about Beth Mooney? Yeah. Hopefully she will score. But this kind of pitches might suit Kranti Gaur also, Trishadi. I think she will love to
Yes.
bowl in this kind of pitches.
Oh yes, she would love to bowl with the new ball. She
Mm.
will be licking her lips absolutely, and so will Shikha Pandey. Mind you,
Mm.
an experienced campaigner can use the pitch well. I would actually like Shikha to maybe talk to Kranti a little more. But in general, I do think that right now, of course, both the UP bowlers, the new ball bowlers will be like, this is the kind of pitch we like to bowl on, because none of them of course are Marizane Cap, who wants a green wicket completely to bowl on. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I think most other bowlers will like bowling on this. See, it's always better than, I would say, see the positive point, at least these pitches have some help, because in
Mm.
general most other pitches are all highways. There's absolutely no help for the bowlers,
Yes,
I
yes,
mean. For
absolutely.
batters, there's plenty of help.
They are only helpful batter for batters
Yeah,
only.
only help for batters.
Yes. Okay, Trishadi, please take few comments. We'll discuss about the team when we just get that.
Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Let
Yeah,
me
UP
open.
Warriors have gone with an unchanged team, so there is no change. Another opportunity for Kiram Navgire then.
Kiran Navgire must be doing something right in those nets which we do not know, because
Yes,
clearly we are not privy to something that Kiran Navgire is doing.
yes, yes.
Uh, okay, Anjali, hi Dee. Today, which team should win for DC benefit according to run rate? Who is above DC right now? UP, right? So let UP win.
Yeah. Okay, Danny White making her debut today for GG.
In place of
In place of Betmuni, Gardner, Danny White. Okay, Wareham not playing. Wareham not playing.
what?
Rajeshwari Gaikwad is back. Tanuja Convert in place of Tanuja Convert.
What?
Yeah. Yes. No Tanuja Convert, no Georgia Wareham. So it's Gardner, Mooney, Anushka Sharma, Sophie Divine, Danny White, Kanika Oja, Bharti Fulmali, Kashbi Gautam, Rajeshwari Gaikwad, Happy Kumari, and Renuka Singh Thakur.
Okay.
Gigi doing Gigi things.
Yeah, I know.
The joke of the
Uh,
Gigi, the small. Gigi. I think that Gigi joke is getting real.
I know, man. What is this? Anyway,
Mm,
chalo, let's take the comments because
yeah.
soon, of course, this thing will start. The match will
Mm.
start. Somebody has screamed, Trishadi, who do you think will win? Calm down, guys. I'll take the comment. You know, right? You shouting here, like in the comment section, does not reach my house. Just saying, in case there was any doubt. Avinash Arora, Titash got injury. Injury got Titash. Injury got Titash. Titash is
Yeah.
not, nowadays Titash is not getting, you know, Avinash is writing Kalita comes in comes Kalita. Hey, what are you doing, man? uh, Avinash Arora, Tanisha G should UP Warriors open with Chirawat and get Navgire in middle order. First of all, there is no Tanisha. I think Tanisha Mukherjee is Kajol's sister and an actor, but she's definitely not into cricket.
Yes. Okay.
Avinash Arora, Devashish G,
Abhishek
how tough
Nair.
Baroda pitch.
Abhishek Nair just gave
देवाशीष
an.
नहीं, देवाशीष उसके पापा का नाम है. वो देवाशीष है. Out of Baroda pitch with low and inconsistent bounce will be for teams batting first.
I just have a bad joke in mind, Trishadi. Real
Yes,
ID se
yes.
आओ.
Okay.
Yes. What was the question,
Yes,
Trishadi?
Devashish. Snehashish.
Yeah. What was
Yeah,
the question? Didn't hear.
yeah. Devashish G, how tough Baroda pitch with low and inconsistent bounce will be for teams batting first? Good question.
Yes, absolutely. I think the most problematic part is how quickly you understand that what will be your pass score in this track. I think that is
Yeah.
the more quicker you understand that will give you more clarity how you approach the innings. I think that is why the winning toss here is very important because while you are chasing, you are coming with a clarity that this amount of runs we need to score in the power play at least to have that run rate in check. But when you're batting fast, you're also thinking, okay, let's try go for that 160, 170 mark. But if the pitch is doing tricky things, then 130, 140 will be enough for you. But for that, you have to bat well. But if you're going for those big shots early, then you can crumble down and get bowled out for 110, 120. That will be easy for the bat for the team that batting second. So I think the more quicker batters can understand the pitch and understand what will be the pass score, that will be beneficial for them. And that is why maybe see if the ball is not coming onto your bat and the bounce is variable, then it is very difficult for any batter to bat. And so I think that is why understanding and Trishati as I mentioned that quality batters, technically sounded batters will do well here. That is why we expect that Betmuni might do well here, but for that also she needs to score because the confidence might be down for her. And I think this is a huge game to show that who is Betmuni. We all know who is Betmuni, but I think this is a perfect stage for her to say, okay, I am still there. I can still win the games for my team.
Yeah, and I think a lot of questions have been raised of all retained players, but I think
Yeah.
the retained player who has failed the most is Bethmuni, unfortunately. And maybe just because, Ash Gardner is the captain and Michael Klinger is the coach, there isn't much spoken about Bethmuni, but I think Bethmuni turned out to be a total failure for someone who has been there with the franchisee from season one, day one, has been the captain, has been Rachel Haynes was insistent on Bethmuni being the captain. I know for a fact that that's the case. But also, I think it's high time that Bethmuni gave something in return to the GG franchisee as well.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Bhanumati, what do you think?
Abhishek Nair just provide a very animated, pep talk. It's very animated to everyone. And the just don't look
The Indians
anything
are this
interested.
animated.
Dotin will
You
think
will
I'm
see
not in the team. I just don't care what you're saying. I'm not in the plane.
who? Who?
Dotin, she looks just don't interested. Whatever she was saying.
Bhanumati Bandhu, what do you think should be the ideal playing 11 of Gujarat? Feel they're a bit short of death bowling options, and what do you that no will be? I thought the best way that Gujarat could have gone is getting Kim Garth in place
Yes.
of Georgia Wareham, and yeah, that's about it. I think that would have solved their death over problem,
Yes.
and
And
especially
now
in
they
this
need
wicket, I do.
Absolutely. And now Danny Whitefudge will play in the middle order, I think. So,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not understanding this logic at all. Gisht, Trisha, the what do you think? Who do you think will win today? I don't know, but I think I think it's going to be UP. Looks a much more balanced side,
I also think.
and a side which has like gelled together, knows their role. So yeah. पर्ल F31Q9M ये ऐसे तुम क्या मतलब तुम लोग क्या स्पाई हो एक कोड क्यों होता है तुम लोगों के नाम के बाद में
Dhurandhar.
Trisha, the top three fielders in Indian women's team at present. Oh wow, at present. If you say at present, then I can't directly take Radha's name, no. तो फिर अरुंधति,
Amanjot.
Jemima,
Amanjot.
Amanjot. Yes, of course, of course. I'll take Radha's name also. I think these four,
Radhan.
top
Yeah.
top four.
Mhm.
You know, Radha may not be in the team, but yeah. Bhanumati, it would be nice if we have a close contested match. Hope to see some good catches. Same here. Bhanumati Bandhu says, which knock of Queen Mithali Raj do you cherish the most? Snehashish.
Mm, I think the double hundred in test. I think that was fantastic. I think for tuition is very difficult. So many knocks is very difficult.
No, the knock that's my favorite. I think is. Oh wow, yes, it's difficult.
It's difficult for you, I know.
I just cherish all her knocks. But if I have to put one knock which actually made me kind of respect her more, because when you play for 2 decades, it's difficult at times to not become irrelevant. That is where I thought there was this match against there was this match against New Zealand in 2015. It was an ODI match, and the series was 1-1. And she had not played that well in the first game. Definitely, I remember, because Julandi had scored a 50. But in the third game, India had to chase 234, 235, something of that sort, and she scored, I think, 80 not out or 78 not out or something. That day she scored her 6,000 runs as well. And no, not 6,000 runs. She went past Charlotte Edwards as the highest ODI
Yeah,
run
yeah.
getter. But that was not the point. It was my favorite because, so she is technically very sound player. I don't need to say that. All of you know it. And she used to hit ground shots more. But that day there was a mid wicket in, and
Mm.
there was a long on for her. So what she was doing to get the runs is she was using her wrist to play the ball above the mid-wicket fielder in the cow corner for boundary, and she was doing it repeatedly. So that's where I love the fact that somebody who is that successful. Of course, when you're becoming the highest run getter in ODIs, you must have been that successful, and for her to also add to her repertoire, I think that's where one of my favorite. I would say one of my favorite. There's a Asia Cup
Mm.
78 under pressure, which is my favorite. 95 not out against New Zealand, 2005 World Cup semi-final. She was alone in the batting unit, alone carried the team to the final. The 109 against New Zealand in the
Mm.
2017 World Cup. Again, a must win encounter, a knockout match, stood there as an anchor. So, yeah, a lot of matches. Of course, the 200. And I'm so
Yeah.
glad that we will be visiting Taunton, not you maybe, but I will definitely be visiting Taunton and reliving the moment. But yeah, overall, this is what it is. Don't make
Mm.
talk. Don't ask me about Mithali Raj. It will take an entire show for me to talk about Mithali Raj, guys. Gisht, Gujarat should play Kim Garth instead of Mooney or Gardner. Mooney or Mooney or Gardner? Nahi. Kim Garth, yes, but in place of Wareham, it should be. But yeah. शिवम कम अर्ली वाई सो मच लेट तुम लोग क्या चाहते हो यार हम लोग सुबह से लाइव कर ले See, pre-show will be 6:45 to 7:30. Post-show will be 11:30 to 12:30. Shubham Keshri, Trishadi will Kim Garth play. She's not playing. Bhanumati, the team that wins today's match is going to be favorite to qualify to the playoffs. Yes. Bhanumati want to see RCB and DCB playing DCB playing the final. Thoughts with Pooja coming back. What are your thoughts in her inclusion to the 11? Real to see. 2 more days for
Hmm.
RCB to play. But do you think, Snehashil, that the moment she comes in after so many injuries, she'll get in?
I don't want that. I think right now RCB don't want to tinker with the playing 11, whatever they have. I think right now Prema is
Okay,
playing.
I'll
Yeah,
put in
maybe.
another thought here.
Yeah, okay.
So, do you also think the process will be a little fast forward looking at the T20 World Cup?
Yes, that might be a possibility, but see, I think the only change that can happen and that should happen maybe for RCB right now to bring in Arundhati Reddy. Yeah, now that should be who will be the player? Maybe in place of Prima Rawat or maybe in place of Shali Satkare. That remains to be seen. But I don't know because if you really want to play both Arundhati and Pooja Bhastagar, then you are
Yeah,
definitely need to drop both of them, right? Right, Prema and Shali Satkare. Otherwise,
yeah,
you cannot. So I don't know. Then again, that the playing 11, everything is going right for you. Then why are you want to make such changes just ahead of the
yeah,
playoffs? Ultimately you have secured the playoff things, so now your main focus of that the final to at least win one more game and secure that final spot. So I don't know. Yeah, it is good to see that Pooja is back now. She will get to have those practice sessions and all, but let's see. In a return after so long after injury, it's not so easy as it seems.
we have got a super chat. We'll take that. Denver Johnson says today's match smells like an Australia A versus Australia B side. Let's see the best of Aussie captaincy today. Yeah, I think we'll pretty much show what's the difference between Meg Lanning and in any other Australian captain.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Gisht has made a script of the final.
Yeah.
DC is not going to play the final. It's
Okay.
going to be RCB versus GG, and Beth Mooney is
Okay.
going to score the league's first 100 in the final. It
Okay.
does not end here. Wait, Snehashish. But
Okay.
GG is going to lose by 5 runs.
Okay. मतलब,
Doesn't end here. Wait.
so mean GG chasing. Okay.
No, no, wait. And
Okay.
Georgia Wall is going to be the player of the match.
Okay.
Pooja is not going to be in the playing 11 of the final. She is going to be hit for 20 runs in her first over of the next match and is going to be dropped.
Oh, okay. Got it.
अलग लेवल का
Nothing,
स्क्रिप्ट था गिस्ट वेल डन
nothing more to
बट
discuss about it. I think it's done.
शिवम केशरी वाई नो ग्रेस हेडन इन WPL. अरे क्या पता, मैं ग्रेस हेडन को मैनेज थोड़ी कर रही हूँ, मुझे क्या पता वो क्यों नहीं है. Bhanumati, I don't think RCB needs to tinker around with their playing 11. I think Pooja can play from next season. Aryan Singh says और अरुंधति का क्या प्लान है भानुमति. अच्छा, एक दूसरे से तुम लोग सवाल पूछ रहे हो, ये अच्छा है. Bhanumati, I feel it's now difficult for Arundhati to play because RCB needs someone to bowl in partnership with Bell in power play, and Arundhati isn't exactly good at the power play. So Ali is a better option. Okay. Shubham Keshri, Pooja fit or still injury? Will points table change today? Mumbai still in number 2. Have Mumbai knocked out from playoffs, Trishadi? No,
No.
Mumbai has not been. No, none of the teams have been knocked out of the playoffs. And today, whoever wins actually goes to number 2 in the points table because they will have 6 points. The rest will have 4 points each. If the song that is being on, oh my god. Every time I hear this song, I feel like dancing. So I'm like, okay, wow. It's a Sat Samundar remix.
Oh.
Yuko Manikandan. Ismail form is concern for MI because she's not taking wickets. She bowls a lot of dot balls, but as a premier pacer, you take wickets. How to tell this in English without grammar mistake? Oh, okay. अभी इंग्लिश भी सिखा दूं मैं मणिकंदन. कुछ नहीं, just say that Ismail's form is a concern because she's not picking up wickets in the power play. Though she bowls a lot of dot balls, but as a premier presser, she should be picking up wickets. And you're absolutely correct, Snehashish. That's a concern with. Uh, that is a concern that I think Marizane Cap was going through as well. It's
Mm.
not like she was bowling very bad, but it's just that the wickets were not coming, and now this is the same problem that Shabnam Ismail is facing. And I think Manikandan is right. Suddenly, when Shabnam is not able to pick up wickets in the power play, then you don't have a lot of bowlers who are wicket taking because you have pretty inexperienced spinners and all.
Absolutely, I think it has been a problem for Mumbai. I think not only Shabnim, I think as we have discussed already, I think all the foreigners have struggled for Mumbai. Apart from Nat Shiver went with the bat and ball, but Nat Shiver with the ball has been pretty expensive. Doesn't matter how many
Hmm.
wickets she has taken, but she has been pretty expensive. With the bat, she has been okay. She has scored runs, scored 50s and all. But if you see Amelia Kerr only with the ball, not with the bat. Haley Matthews
Yeah.
has struggled both with bat and ball. And as we mentioned, that Shabnam Ismail has struggled to pick up those quick wickets. But at least one thing that didn't happen with Madison Cap, that DC kept backing her. DC kept her in the playing 11, and game by game she showed improvement. Ultimately, she has made a comeback. But am I out of nowhere suddenly dropped Shabnam Ismail? I think that shouldn't happen. Why you have a premium fast bowler, you should have go with her in every game. That will also affect in her confidence, right? So I think if she would have played all the games, I think by now she would have get that mojo back. Even one game, I know that she has been dropped for only one game, but still, that one game
Yeah, but I
is a
also
lot
thought,
of
yeah,
impact.
yeah, you're correct.
Yes.
You're
So,
absolutely
so,
correct.
so I think that should have been handled better. But yeah, I think it has been a concern. She has struggled. She has bowled dot balls. She has looked good in catches, but not managing those wickets, and that has been troubling Mumbai.
Bhanumati, Renuka Singh Thakur might be the key player to get Lanning and Litchfield wickets. Yes.
Yes.
Abhi, why are bowlers not getting player of match? Last match, Cap was supposed to get. It's very rare for bowler to concede just 8 runs in T20. Who
ये
decides this
त्रिशा दी
player of match?
त्रिशा दी का जवाब है ये
Yeah, ये
for
अभी ने वो दुखते रख पे हाथ रख दिया. But last match, I did think that giving Jemmy was the correct decision because without that Jemmy innings, DC would not have won. So, but in general, the answer to your question is awards educator is generally a commentator. And last game, you are smiling, thinking of what? Last game, that person was only the educator. We know. Will G Trisha get a chance to play today? Hopefully, we were also badly hoping that G Trisha should get a chance, but I don't know. Kiran, I don't know. If Kiran does not perform today, then Kiran should not go to the dressing room. She should just go home by herself. But and I don't have a problem if Kiran is not performing, Snehashish. My bigger problem is she's just not even taking one ball and seeing the pace of the wicket, judging
that
it,
is the issue.
and then going for her shots. She has the power, but you have to use your brain along with power. So
That
that
is
is
the
my
issue.
complaint with Kiran.
Yes.
Gisht is asking who do you think would be the player of the match today? ये अलग किस्म का prediction पूछा है. बताओ player of the match कौन होगा?
Player of the match today will be Hallin.
PB Litchfield. हाँ?
Hallin there.
अच्छा, on in PB Litchfield. चलो. Kavya Jindrishadi, did Jitrisha get chance today? No, she did not get chance. Abhi 7975. I think Gigi should take some hard decisions, drop Wareham or Mooney and bring in Kim Garth and Danny White. One of it was answered. Wareham and Danny White, have been swapped.
Mm.
शिवम केशरी वैष्णवी शर्मा what a talent should play regularly नहीं रेगुलरली तो नहीं खेल सकती क्योंकि वो मुंबई के लिए खेलती है तो मुंबई का जब मैच होगा तब वो खेलेगी हर रोज ऐसे किसी भी टीम के लिए थोड़ी खेलेगी शिवम अभी स्ने लुकिंग स्मार्ट विथ बियर्ड कट
नहीं ऐसा ही ये तो नॉर्मल है थैंक यू
ओ यू स्ने आई एम थिंकिंग स्ने राणा ओ माय गॉड Okay. Yeah, I think he has an off day tomorrow, so
yes
he is getting all ready for what? Guys, keep guessing. I don't know. Okay, Anjali. Hi, Dee. Today, which team should win for DC benefit? UP.
Yeah.
Always see, Anjali, when you see the points table, if you want to know how who who winning will be beneficial, always know people who are already at the top. If they win, that's more beneficial for you than people from the from the bottom going up at the top, because then UP will anyway be higher than DC, even though they'll have the same number of points because of the net run rate. Why is
Mm.
Mumbai still at number 2? Not because they have more points. In fact, they have less points. They have played one more extra match, but they are at number 4. Sorry, they are at number 2 because of the net run rate. So that's why you always want people who are at the top of uh, top of your team in the table to win. Okay. Shibham is saying after Perry come, RCB will have headache for 4 overseas combination. Not really. Perry just straight up gets in, and people around her adjust. Bhanumati Kiran Navgire has got another chance. Feel bad for G Trisha. Yes. Somebody has just said. By the way, guys, why exactly are there only 5 likes? This is unfair. शिवम केशरी सिंह त्रिशा दी शो योर बुक्स. वो तो फिर अलग शो करना पड़ेगा मेरे बुक्स दिखाने के लिए. से आशीष कुछ बताओ बुक्स बुक्स का. तुम
Don't
वर्ल्ड
ask
कप में तुमने
Trishadi to
लास्ट में क्या
show.
बोला था?
Yeah, don't ask Trishadi to show her all books. Then it will take long time. Please. Last day when I went to Trishadi's house, it was all books. Trishadi was sitting in between all books. It was very difficult. so so don't ask that. But yeah, she can
Yeah, I
come
was
up
just
with some
arranging my
favorite books,
library.
but not all books, please.
Yeah, see, you can see there are books. There are other cupboards also full of books. So yeah. Why Kiran playing? She's struggling regularly. God knows.
Oh,
Vetmuni is also not in good form. Yes, the pitches Kranti got will effective because slow balls. Kranti slow balls. Uh, I think she will get a bit of movement in the beginning. That is more important. Bhanumati, Danny Wyatt is playing today. Yes. Trishadi, why Shikha Pandey ma'am not playing for India? Experienced bowler after Goswami ma'am. But people can't just play on experience, no? Trisha ma'am, who will win today? Hope UP. Bhanumati, Trishadi, your reaction was very funny when you heard that Kiran has gotten another chance. It looked like you were shocked as well as surprised. Yes, I was. I was
yeah.
just shocked. Nothing else. Um, Still a lot of improvement in captaincy by Gardner. You think over the matches you have seen any improvement in Gardner's captaincy?
No, I think in the last three matches we have not seen that. I think
Yeah.
in the first two games there were some positives. There is no doubt
Mm.
about that. But I think in the last three games she could have done better, and especially that matchup thing. I think that has been the main
Mm.
problem for her. I think the
Yeah.
matchup thing has impacted her a lot in her thought process. And
Mm.
if I'm not wrong, I think Danny Whitehurst has come to open, so no Sophie Divine opening.
Mm. Huh?
Okay. No Sophie Divine. It's Danny White has come to open. What I have seen. Beth Mooney and Danny White.
I have nothing to say to Gigi. you know. And I don't mind Danny White opening, but my only question is then what is the role that Sophie Divine plays?
And
Because
why
at
does
number
she play?
four,
She has
Ash
played
Gardner
number
is coming in,
three.
or what?
If you are playing Sophie Divine at three, then you are dropping Anushka again at number four. You are dropping Ashley Gardner at number
No,
five.
you're not. No, you're not dropping Anushka at number 4. Ashley Gardner will come at 4. You will be dropping Anushka at 5.
Oh my god.
Indian players, no, they will drop Anushka at 5. You'll see. Okay, chalo, last few comments. Uh, Trishadi, which match was your favorite in women's? इसका मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आया. Women's World Cup, are you saying? Of course, will be the Australia match. That's where I thought out हो गया क्या?
Very close. Kranti to Mooney. LBW call. I think they are looking for DRS. Maybe. Very, very close.
Okay, चलो
Very good
जल्दी
call.
जल्दी
First
5 कमेंट है ले लेते हैं.
up.
Yuko Manikandan says Mithali Raj 100 against New Zealand in 2017 World Cup must win game for India. India wins that game. India qualifies for the semis. Women's cricket is blessed to have a leader and ambassador like Mithali Raj. ये तो सच है. Yuko Manikandan, Kiran Avgire is a female version of Gill. Even she played very poor again. Hey, अरे नहीं नहीं. Pavan Suresh, hello, hello. Aryan Singh,
Hello.
RCB have better bowling lineup than other team. Give it, yeah, absolutely, Aryan, absolutely. Shibam, RCB winning every league. Trishadi after IPL now WPL हो जाए. नहीं नहीं मत हो जाए. DC है. अरे यार. Do you think DC can beat RCB as Cappy is performing well? If Cappy performs well and if Jemmy gets runs with the bat, DC can defeat anyone and everyone. पवन सुरेश मेग लैनिंग ये क्या था पहले तुम हेलो बोलते हो फिर तुम मेग लैनिंग बोलते हो हम में से कोई मेग लैनिंग है ही नहीं भाई अच्छा शुभम केशरी दिनेश कार्तिक शुड कोच आरसीबी विमेंस आल्सो अच्छा okay last comment we'll take is on you snehashish not on the cricket
Okay.
but you yes
Okay.
shubham keshri says snehashish the haircut superb
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
बस अब हम लोग जाते हैं मैच देखने क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली हेयर कट जब सुपर हो ही गया है और क्या ही चाहिए हमें
Okay.
चलो
Okay.
भाई
Thank you, guys.
we'll be coming back at 11:30
Yes.
और फिर बात करते हैं मैच में क्या हुआ क्या नहीं हुआ उसको लेके
एकदम.
चलो
चलो. Bye. Bye.
बाय